Cool.
So I'm supposed to like post like I don't hear the music type shit, like I'm just chilling.
You said what?
I'm supposed to post like I don't hear the music type shit.
Oh no, you good. Like we actually do hear the music. Like everything is live. Like I said, I got 3 cams set up. What's going on, everybody? You know how it go. I am Reggie B. I go by Visuals by Reggie B on all social media platforms. I got Feature Lee in the studio. Lee, let them know who you are a little bit. That's your cam right there, the one with right there.
Okay, bet. So should I be that way or should I be
No. I mean, you can go back and forth. To be real with you, that one getting both of us.
Okay.
That one right there is specifically for you.
Okay, so just make sure I work both is what you
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready right now?
Oh, I'll stay ready. Like all this thing, everything kind of goes. I rarely make too many cuts. I don't really take too much out.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, this is how, I want it as natural as possible. For instance, I don't have that light on up back there. And I would have been upset.
Definitely.
Because we doing this photo shoot in the studio. And we're going to kind of listen to your track, kind of have a conversation about music and personal branding. Because, I want people to get familiar with you. And I want them to kind of see this workflow. Because I feel like all artists should stay consistent with content.
Man, that's like right now, that's everything. If you ain't got content flow, you know what I mean? That's like you losing already because there's somebody out there that's putting out not that quality of content, but just a steady content flow, and they building up fans.
Yep.
And you're not putting out anything, you're not existing. You know what I mean?
It got to be seen and heard definitely during this time, just because how many people are doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So therefore, you got to really stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like your image got to look good. It got to actually look like you're trying to have an image, not just somebody just, hey, I do music, but I do music.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Like you did on the
where
side.
where we gonna go from that?
Yeah.
All right, let me get this is a test shot from here up.
All right, bet.
Let's see. All right, drop your chin a little bit. There we go. All right. All right, cool.
I'm over here like.
Yeah, you can't see us.
I feel you.
But yeah, man. So, what inspired you to drop this mixtape, man? Or is it mixtape CD? I don't really know.
Man,
I don't
to
be
me,
want to disrespect people.
It ain't no disrespect to me. I always say your project, cause then it's like, I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah,
but
all right.
I know
So that's
it's a
the safe
project. I
route.
know you put work into it, and to me, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into the difference between the album and a mixtape for me right now, but to me, this is more of a mixtape style.
Okay.
But like I say, I didn't did away with that. To me, they all just projects. My next project, this project. But what inspired me to drop it is just my brothers, you know, the people who inspired me coming up, the people who I be around. I wanted to drop some shit that like, when my fam hear it, they gonna ride to it, they gonna listen to it, you know what I mean? That's gonna be, they gonna replay it, you know what I mean?
Got you.
So I kept it
Because
more
this
simple.
one is Fuck 12 with Say Ray.
For
You know what I'm
12,
saying?
Say Ray, shout out Say Ray, that's my brother, you know what I mean? Not my blood brother, but
I
that's
know
my
how I go.
brother. Always gonna be rocking with him on the music tip. He always brings something. I don't think I've ever dropped a project, like to a lot of people this is my first project, but it's really like, like my 5th or 6th. But I've never dropped a project where I didn't throw bro on there, because
This is quick test shot. You can keep talking.
We got
Listen.
that type of vibe, you know what I mean? So that's just, that's my brother all day. He always delivered.
I got you. I feel you. So you had to make sure you had them included on the tape.
Yeah, pretty much, man. It really how it came about, we was doing like a track swap. And I did a song for him, but he haven't dropped it yet, but I did a song for him, and this was the song that I had with him on it. And I fucked with it just because of the whole Fuck 12 and, cause I try not to be too politically, in my raps, but at the same time,
At the same
I like to just put that out there. Like I
gotta
want,
speak on certain things.
Yeah, I want my people to be able to ride around and be like, fuck 12, like that's their anthem, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm a servant, in this music shit, I'm a servant of the people, man. I'm giving them something to ride to. So that's how I look at it. West End, man,
So what you got what you working on like right now? Is it all promo work, or is it just
Uh,
to promote the project?
yeah, you know, I got a show coming up on February 4th that with Overdose Productions. So I'm really gearing up for that, and then
Turn this
more
way a little
so just gearing towards the show, and just trying to get visuals done for, you know, the project I just dropped, more content. You know what I mean? Man, you know it, Reg. You know
That's
what
what's
I
up,
mean?
man. I'm up in the stew with Lee. As usual, I am Reggie B. You can catch me on all social media platforms as Visuals by Reggie B. 9 times out of 10, you'll see that in the description. Let them know who you are and where they can find you.
Man, I'm Feature Lee, aka FT Lee, CEO of First Thought. You can find me on Instagram, Feature Lee, FeatureLee. You know, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms. Go check out my new project, Lovely, LUVLEE, real simple. That's it.
Okay. So, break me down on the process of making this project, man.
See, I was just talking about this with somebody earlier too, Reg. A lot of people don't know about like how much it really costs to correctly record and get your shit engineered and mastered. The cover art process, the rollout process.
Because you're gonna look at a few things and you'll be like, no, I don't like it. But then you're gonna buy a few things and be like, all right, change your mind on it later on in the process.
And not only that, you're doing 5 or 6 jobs because you know you're not supposed to be the A&R. You're not supposed to be the one who decide what songs go on the album or what songs you gotta cut. You know,
because that's really
what's
important
the
too.
marketing budget? What's you know what I'm saying? When you're doing all of that by yourself, you know, which I am. It's like you make all of the decisions, so you can't just see it as an artist. You know what I mean? Because you got to look at it from. I had to cut songs, or you know, just not put songs on the album, or turn them into singles, just because, you know, I didn't feel like they fit the project. But that's really just all from me. You know what I mean?
It's a personal thing, probably.
Definitely a preference, and just more so what I was going for. This album, I really wanted to go for a certain vibe, and I was like, I want to make music that I listen to.
Yeah.
Make music that my niggas and my brothers listen to, you know what I mean? And then also give them something that was cohesive. I felt like that was really important. Future do that to me. Like even some projects he got different speeds on it, but even then it's flow, you know what I mean? And it's like.
And that's a major thing when it comes to like a album anyways or whatever, you know? It's just like, it has to go somewhere. It just can't be randomly put together, because then it's no telling what type of mood you in. You know, because creatively for me, it's like I try to create an emotion, some type of emotion. So it got to be the same thing with music. I'm not about to listen to a tape where start off slow, then it's a super hype song, and then it's gonna go back slow, and then it's gonna take me to somewhere where I'm thinking about life, and then it's gonna take me to somewhere I'm thinking about love, and then boom, I'm back in the club.
It's too random.
Yeah,
it's too random.
yeah.
I feel like it gotta go somewhere. Like on my tape, it start off, No Limit is kind of like the first track on there. It come in kind of slower. It's like a slower tempo, and it's more melodic. Okay. The second song a little bit faster than that, still melodic. The third song a little bit faster than that, still a little bit more melodic. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm thinking about that when I'm putting it in there. Like, okay, if I'm somebody that just popped this in, let me take this ride too. And so my process is a lot about making it cohesive, you know what I mean, and just thinking about the track listing. The track listing is like everything for a project, because otherwise I could just drop singles.
Yes, that is true. That's true. That's true. Because like a lot of times where if people just toss a bunch of singles together and be like, all right, bet, this is a project. It doesn't look, it's not gonna look the same. It's gonna be hard to kind of promote. You know what I'm saying? Because like, honestly, that's cool. It used to be cool back in the day. But like, I think now it's kind of like you gotta move a certain way. You gotta like your look gotta be a certain way. You gotta actually look like the artist that you are. You know what I'm saying?
You come in, you know, so important, because as an artist, how you look on camera, how your videos come out, your content flow, that is like just as much as your game as
That's hella important.
you being
That's
an
real
artist. You know what I'm
important.
saying? It's really more important because social media is
Yep.
all videos and pictures.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And they want to know
is
why you're not doing that. You know, I mean, of course, iPhone, they cool, but like, they're cool for like stories, reels, but like certain content, I feel like definitely got to go to like some major shit.
You gotta get it right, man. So if you're an artist, tap in with Reg, man. If you
I
trying
mean, he said it. I'm just going, you know.
if you trying to look professional, man, because it come to a point where you gotta leverage your brand, you know, to get that check. You know what I mean? And your leverage come down to what the people believe that you're doing. It's not, you know what I mean? I could tell anybody that know me personally know I've been rapping all my life. They know what I do. But somebody who don't know me, you know what's gonna make you look serious or not?
Yep.
How your content look.
Yep. And
How your video look.
That is true. That is man, that is true. Cause like even on sound, it used to be sound quality when somebody give you a CD. That lets you know if it's gonna get thrown out the window or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like visuals, how your video looking, and how your next video looking. Me, I'm big on breadcrumbs. I like to just make one. That's why I like working with people long term, because then it's a little bit more creative. Because you know, one project we might do it one way, the next one can be a different way, but then I want them to somehow
Connect. It gotta be a style. Like it's a certain style that we do when we link up. You know what I mean? Like even me and you done shot a few videos together, and I feel like every time it was like you set a total different type of vibe than my other videos, and that's cool. You know, not saying if it's better or worse, but it's different, it's unique. You know what I mean?
The one at the bowling alley is one I really enjoy. Like that one looked fun. You know
It
what I'm
looked
saying?
like it was something fun, and it wasn't like, you know, at the time I didn't know any other local artists that had did anything that was like that. Where it's just like, I'm not about to take you to the hood and just post up on my block and shoot the same video, you know, that a lot of people shoot. I ain't, you know, I'm from the hood, so I ain't got no problem with you shooting the hood video, but I just don't want to be the dude. Like, we doing this to be creative, you know what I mean? So I want to always be like, it's okay for me to just bring you into my life and me fucking kicking it with my people, having a good time and rapping about real life, because that's what I'm about, you know what I mean?
Yep. I know I haven't done music videos in a while. Like, I've done some in 2021, but I haven't really done as many as I really used to. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something I would really like to get back into, mainly for creative purposes, because, you know, I feel like I like stories, so I kind of know what type of videos I need to make. You know what I mean? What goes best with my style. So I feel like I'm gonna stick in my lane this year when it comes to visuals, when it comes to music videos, like, cause you know that's a fun market. You know what I'm saying? I get it's hella artists. Like I just helped shoot a alternative hip hop video. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fun, man. Shit was fun. It was dope. It was real dope. So shout out to Frost's Rad.
Yeah.
Shout out thank you for the opportunity. That shit was fire. Shout out to Myra and everybody that was on set. But yeah, that shit, it was really dope, man. Like,
bro,
for
and
real,
that open up your mind. Being around other people and other artists, watching them work, it spark you to want to do something like different. Like it give you a different idea. So next time you working on some shit, it might even be 4 or 5 videos from now. Some little part of that video, something you learned while you was there, or something you saw while you was there, come in handy. And make this video pop. You know what I mean? I think it's the same way with music, bro. Like I'm always constantly being inspired by the other artists in the city. That's why I tell everybody, keep going, man. Cause you wanna know why? Because you're gonna keep somebody else going.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a big reason. Like I said, that's a big reason why I post like a lot of my motivational things on Instagram in the morning. Cause you know what I mean? It's regardless on who see it or who like it. I know somebody needed to hear that.
Somebody
you know what I'm saying?
that,
Sometimes, a lot of time it be for me, but sometimes I know it be for somebody that's going through something like, or I think back on when I first started. You know what I'm saying? And I think about like when I first really started getting a few different bookings, and you know what I mean? I started getting hella motivated. So I started thinking about like, yo, you know what I mean? Like if I can pass some type of knowledge forward, some type of motivation, that's what I really be trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this type of project, because I'm bringing in people, we just having conversations. You know what I mean? We talking about ourselves, talking about our brands, how personal branding is important, how like social media marketing is not just being an artist. You have to know marketing. You got to know how to market yourself.
Man,
and you gotta
or
be
you can just go get signed by somebody who's gonna tell you what to do. But if you're gonna have to do it as a business,
but in
any
order to
business,
get to that point,
you
though,
gotta market.
before you get to that point, somebody picking you up and they got everything lined up for you, you got to know how to get yourself in front of them people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's a big part of it.
And not only that, when you get there, how you gonna keep their attention?
Yeah,
A lot of people, it's easy to do some clout chasing ass shit right now, and just people just flock to and give you that attention. But how you gonna hold that attention?
Yep.
What you gonna do? You know what I mean? Because it's not just getting the attention; it's giving them something that they want. That's quality. You a servant, bro.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, the entertainment industry is a service industry. You here for the people.
And you still
know what I'm saying?
you
So
can
what are
put
you
some of,
providing
you
them
can
with?
put some of your like your own feelings and stuff in there because somebody's going through something
Yes.
similar to what you going through.
Bro, the people who closest to me tell me all the time, you know, I can't believe, like, I know exactly what you talking about in that song, or, you know, I know that person, or, you know what I'm saying, or that person called me and be like, oh yeah, that's real, you know what I mean? So it's like, it might be a stranger
Yep.
that hear me talking about somebody personally that I know, and it helped them with their situation. But at the same, or it make them feel better, or you know, let them empathize with my situation, with my pain or whatever. But whatever they
put
get out
themselves in
of
your
it
shoes
is
or-
because I put my personal life in my music. You know
Yep,
what I mean?
yep.
And so I think that's definitely, bro. What make you different from somebody else? That's what music, especially hip hop, is all about creativity and originality.
Yep.
You know, what's next, what's new, what's hot.
Yep. And a lot of people had like similar stories. It's all on like how you kind of like put it out there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta, because it's not just the lyrics no more. The creativity used to be just like you had to have a rap style that nobody never heard. Now it's like you have to have a marketing strategy nobody ever seen before. You have to have a
Your
visual that
rollout
niggas
gotta
haven't
look good.
You gotta set yourself apart from the people around you,
Then how you
your
perform,
peers,
too.
and then you gotta, bro, performing.
Yeah, because some people like it's boring to watch perform. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not to be one of them people, but at the same time, it's like,
You're right.
it's like, hey, I'm just watching them. They just, even mainstream artists, like they don't bounce around.
You gotta, yeah, like you
just
gotta
sit
come
there.
up here and people, like I say, you a servant, bro. So people have to feel like you came out here and laid it on the line.
Yeah,
It's like going to see LeBron hoop and he give you like 12 points. Like he
He's
out here just,
he's just dribbling down there, like, all right, here we
feel
go.
me? That's not what you want. You expect, if you're a professional, you gotta treat it like you a professional.
Yeah,
Not
this shit ain't no
superstar
hobby.
Or a celebrity, whether you got fame or not. If you do your craft and take it serious, you know what I mean. That's like you showing up to my photo shoot and you just bring out one of the cameras, no lights. When I done seen you bring out lights and cameras, I'll be like,
What happened to the lights?
no, we
Like,
don't need it today,
man,
man.
we just gonna work off this, all right? It'd probably be dark as hell. Like, hey, fuck it.
I'll
we,
be like,
we
damn,
in and out
man,
today.
You know, you shortchanging me, man. Like, you know, you can't do that. Like, performing, I feel like that's one of the most rawest arts, and it's different. Being a recording artist and being a performing artist is two different things, bro. And being a celebrity on Instagram, you know what I mean? And you gotta decide what you want.
Like a
You know
social
what I
media
mean?
comedian versus a stand-up comedian. Because some of them, like, they go up there, they get ate alive because they're not ready for that type.
Yeah, and it's different though because you can be funny making skits. Like I was talking about Filet, the basketball dude, the 2020 behind the back, whatever. It's like he funny. He couldn't do stand up, but he on, you know what I mean? He just talking about basketball and the way he do it is funny. And that's why I say your marketing and your presentation is really everything.
It is.
You know what I
It
mean?
is. Like, for real,
because
for real.
a lot of these dudes who get known that's famous, you really think about it, it's really like they team is making them famous. They marketing strategies. 'Cause honestly, they not doing nothing above, you know. I got a cousin that can just act up right
It's
now.
just like
you know what I'm saying?
the motivational speaker E.T. Like, his team put him in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So then people are like, hey, I need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey,
sometimes
shout out to E.T., bro. Everybody, that, I don't know what it is, but everybody at some point then seen or heard, bro.
and it got you going.
Yeah, but that's why I say you a servant to the people because you get something out of it. Everybody in the room felt like when he came in there, he was talking to you personally.
Yep.
And so when you do music, it's the same thing. When I perform, that's how I gotta look at it. Like everybody in here gotta feel like I gave them something. You know what I'm saying? Like they would come back and see this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Can't be boring. That's for sure. That's one thing I'm telling you.
And to be a superstar, you have to be.
gotta
Not
go
only
above
do
and
you
beyond.
you can't just slide. You gotta like turn this. You gotta blow the roof off this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
you really do.
know
Matter of fact,
what I'm
like Uzi,
Uzi Vert, bro.
like performance-wise, like concert-wise.
He don't stop, bro.
Like, yeah.
It's like that. And even in his songs though, you can hear just the energy in his songs. Just like I like Uzi Vert. Like I listen to a lot of street artists, but I still try to tap in with the mainstream artists because I just like to hear what's going on. I've always been a real big fan of rap, and I like Uzi Vert. Like his energy, it's his energy for sure. It's his energy for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Now I know you said you got a show coming up. Around what's the date?
February 4th, we at the Crowfoot, Overdope Productions, a lot of other artists, probably about 4 or 5 other artists, including myself, and we in that thing.
That's what's up.
Downtown Pontiac, man, come out. You know, they've been doing that venue for a few years, and it's always a good time. So I would encourage people to definitely step out. I'm gonna shut that bitch down myself. Like I'm my chill demeanor in person, you know, you could literally see it. Like soon as I walk off stage, I'll be back to this. But once I get on stage or when that camera come on and we doing the videos and shit, like when they hit recording that studio, that energy just come up out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Got
like,
you.
I just
That's how it should.
tap into it.
I mean, that's how it should be sometimes, or that's just how it is. Like, you know, some people just be an introvert. They be like, hey man, I'm chill, but hey, when it's time to put on a show, we're gonna put on that
bro,
show.
I'm real. I ain't gonna lie, I was low key shy. It was just that when I was younger, I just made it up in my mind that I was gonna be fucking Usher, and then I thought I was gonna be Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So like all my life, I was shy, but I was still trying to rap a little bit, and then like as I got older, I just, you know, I wasn't the shyest motherfucker, so I just like gradually gained more and more confidence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm still shy, bro. Like I never be like embarrassed by that. Like I'm an introverted ass person. I really be kind of like, you know, but I'm not as squeamish as the next motherfucker who might not say something at all. Whereas I might feel that internally, but I still speak up because I know what I do. I know what I'm trying to do. I know what my brand is, and you know, I love my people. It's never like people get it twisted. They'll think an artist just because they introverted, you know what I'm saying, or they don't, you know, always be in the scene that they don't fuck with their people. I love my people, bro. It's just me. Personally, I don't like to be in crowds. You know what I'm saying? I don't like strangers, nigga. Like, you feel me? If you come at me like a stranger, I'm gonna give you that stranger vibe. But if you come at me with love, man, I talk to people everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? Same. Even though I feel like on the inside, I'll be like, shit. You know what I'm saying? I still be projecting myself because I'm FT. I gotta put on for me. My brand and my label everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of people, they really like to see people personalities. Like, that's my thing. Like, whenever people do come to shoot or, you know, do videos, I make sure, like, my personality kind of keep people there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, they want to be comfortable. They want to work with somebody that's down to earth. They want to work with somebody that can relate. You know, people like relatable people at the end of the day, regardless on who it is. Like,
end of the day.
If you're doing something great, you know, you're good at what you do. If you're relatable, that's gonna make it even better, man. If you got a personality, that's gonna make it even better. You know what I mean?
And then personality don't always mean being some fake version that you think people wanna be. Just being you is so refreshing.
Yeah, that's true.
My bad. If I meet somebody and they're like just very unapologetically, you know those type of people that just unapologetically themselves.
Yeah.
I respect them off bail. I already love you just because I like how you do your fucking thing. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? You just don't care. You just you.
Yep, regardless on the situation.
I
know you're gonna be you. And I know a couple of people like that, man. Matter of fact, my dog Christina like that. Like, for real. No matter where we go, no matter who around, she gonna be exactly who the hell she is, and that's my dog.
Bro, and that's you respect people so much for that, bro. Definitely, and you will see it more in like just people who've been through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And they just like, look, man,
Got-
I done been embarrassed
like,
enough
that's
to
me.
not get embarrassed no more. Nigga.
Like,
That's me.
I tell you, you better be comfortable in your skin. Like, seriously. Like, that's why I tell people, like,
ain't getting a new skin, not in
Yeah,
this life.
man.
If you was born maybe in 30 years, they had new skins. You'll be able to choose your skin and everything.
yeah, on the kiosk.
Every
Oh,
day too. Like.
So all right. So I know we like in the first month of the year, first quarter. So you got anything like coming for any goals that you don't mind sharing for 2022?
Definitely, because I want all other artists to be on the same thing. I'm glad you said that. Like that's a good ass question. Right now, I am literally going out of my way to work with everybody that does everything in my city, and I know I can't do everything, but I want to work with every rapper. If you got a studio session and you got an open verse, I'll pull up and I'll try to make it. I'm gonna extend my best hand to get in there and do it with you. If you do photos, if you do videos, you do graphic designing, I don't care what you do. If you in this bitch around me, I want to have some type of, we didn't network, we didn't got together. You know, when people throw in these events, I want to show my face more, and that's just really that's my whole resolution for this year, just because I want to, you know, just be more I want to feel it. I want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in this shit.
Like,
you know
this year, I definitely been kind of like making sure I kind of go out there more. I know, kind of just want to be at more events for the hell of it. Kind of just because I used to go to events
Bro,
just
when
to
I
capture
see you in
shit
the
for the
event,
whole
I'm
time.
like, fuck, Reggie be here.
Yeah.
Like, and y'all don't realize like how much that mean for the other artists. Like if I'm throwing an event and you show up, I feel like, yeah, bro, I brought out Reggie B. Like nigga, my shit was meant something. You know what I mean?
That's real.
You might not feel like that, but for people who respect your work, they respect who you are. You know what I'm saying? So they want to see those faces in the crowd. Like, you know, the people who got brands, clothing brands in the Yak. We want to see you at our show. And I'm gonna throw your shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be vice versa, and I want to just be somebody who pushing that all the time, but just the camaraderie, because I can't get no bigger than we can get together. You know what I mean?
True. That's
I
true.
realize the artists who drop around me, we all benefit from the same wave of, you know what I'm saying, just the same way that we do it in the
It's a tidal wave,
major
man.
industry.
It'll just be like boom, boom, boom. Like definitely people moving as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it's just like, it ain't gotta be like a same group. It could be like just people that just do music, they cool together. Be like, hey, we gonna drop, I'm gonna drop this month. You do a month and a half or a month after or a week or two. Cause then it keep the rotation going.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm
And what it really is, we're trying to convince our market that we have a lot of shit going on. That you somebody and I'm somebody, nigga.
Yep.
We both got a lot of shit going on, and we tapped in, and they not tapped in. Then that's what make people feel like, you know, that's where the celebrity come from. You know what I'm saying? It's feeling like, oh, it's actually something being done that only these few people can do. Rappers look at it like it only gotta be them and they niggas, but it's like really, you and your group of niggas is like one person.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. When you add more groups, and then like it comes as like a big
That's
everybody.
how you can
I
have
feel like
an
that's
event
better.
with 1,000 people in there, because I got a following of 500 people, you got 500 people, he got 500
That's why I
people.
like.
We bring it, you know
That's
what
why I
I'm
like collaborating with other content creators. Like, cause then whenever they're following, my following, and then everybody else following together, and be like, oh man, all y'all on one project. So it kind of creates something that's.
And that's why another thing
It's
I'm gonna say,
cross-market,
it's like people, some people don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't look at it like these fucking bozos. I'm not working with nobody that don't understand.
Yeah, be like, oh,
you
I'm
gotta
too
just
good.
give them time
Yeah, I
to get
feel
there,
you.
because that also create like a rift.
Yep.
In
That's
the
why I
scene,
pass it
because
forward.
it be people who feeling like they too good, and you like, nigga, you don't see this way, you don't see my way. I'm not fucking
I
with
see
you.
it every way. Like I'll be like, yo, I'll show people that just started. I like passing it forward personally, because like if somebody would never gave me no information or gave me a chance, then I probably wouldn't know what I know and doing what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of look at it as like, how can I assist? Cause you know, I mean, it's been times I burnt myself out trying to assist, but like I know now like what I can do and how I can be like, hey, come through, or you know what I mean? Cause like that's what it's about. Be
Bro,
real
the
with you.
thing is though, and it always like it always come back. Like, and I think that's what Pay It Forward is really all about, because you put this artist into position. Like my dad was telling me this a couple weeks ago. Might have been some months by now, but he was telling me that when he got put into his position, it was because a dude that he had tried to get a job years before. It was one of his friends. He tried to get him a job, and it didn't go through. The nigga didn't even end up getting the job, but my pops had tried to help him. Years later, he in a better position. He helped my pops get into his position. You feel me? And it's like, it don't always be from the same person. It don't always be like right back like that. It don't always be immediate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you put that energy out into the world, it's gonna come back to you.
It gotta be genuine though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I never just do something for the hell of it. Like maybe like do something just for a video, like feeding homeless people and recording it. I'd rather just, you know, do something. Like that type of stuff you gotta do. I feel like I don't need to see that stuff on camera, personally. Certain things I don't need to see. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I feel you. Like when people do the like, if they stop and gave some people some, you know, like a homeless person some money or something, they recording it. I ain't gonna lie, it be weird to me, but I also sometimes I feel like it gotta be recorded. The same way they record us being evil to each other, we gotta show people videos of people, you know, having.
I say do it in a better way, in the sense of, yo, do it as like a, I don't know, I just feel like it's a better way to do it. You know what I mean?
Like, don't do it in the clout chasing ass way for sure. You know what I mean? But definitely, I do, because it warms people's heart too. Like, some people see it and be like, damn, I want to do something good for somebody.
Yeah, sometimes it will get you, but like, yo, definitely when they sit down and have a conversation with them, figure out about it, like they just sit down. Like, I don't mind.
Same thing as I was talking about earlier though, as far as popping out to events. Another thing is like, not just the, oh, it's such and such show or it's such and such this. It's a club, you know, it's a performance. It don't always gotta be that. What about the community drives, you know? This person running for office.
Definitely,
you know
toy drives and stuff.
Toy drives, like, just shit. You
trying to get the right people in office, or honestly, you know what I mean?
You could pop out and get a little cheese yourself and do a barbecue for the community yourself.
Yeah, go hit up Sam's Club or Costco's and go grab, you know.
Fucking, you could do whatever. Like, you could do shit you ain't even gotta touch. Lunchables, apples, chips. You know what I'm saying? And just out in your
be
own
real
community. And you can go to one apartment complex and do that. Not saying that I'll be doing shit like that all the time or nothing like that, but that's something I'm being cognizant about being involved in. When I say I want to be in it and I want to fuck with my people, I want to be really tapped in because I was gone. I just came back from Texas. I lived in Texas for about 2.5 years. So when I came back, it just really made me want to like, because my city really embraced me. When I released this last project, a lot of people showed
that's nice.
Like a crazy amount of support. Like they just glad I'm back doing it. So it made me be like, you know, I gotta reciprocity, bro.
I gotta keep going too.
Energy, and I gotta keep going, but also embrace my people and come out and support them too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, y'all showing me love. I'm gonna pay, because a lot of the time when you do something the right way, you might be like, everybody don't pay each other right on their BMIs, and you know, I ain't gonna get too far into it, but like,
I can only imagine.
You know what I mean? Everybody don't get their paper right on their songs, but a nigga like me, I'm gonna give everybody their right cut, even if I didn't have to, because I know you didn't even understand that paperwork, or you wouldn't even never know if I didn't pay you, because it's probably a small percentage. But I'm gonna still get my paperwork right. Why? To be the example of what I want to see in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that like I'm perfect, but I just feel like that's the mentality that I'm trying to be on, growing. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't trying to just make it seem like, ain't just trying to get over. You trying to do things the correct way.
Yeah, I want to see people win,
and that's good, because as an artist, like you actually know like what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? How things supposed to go. That's very important. Like that's a big difference.
And a lot of people don't know.
If you don't know, then like you can really come up short in a lot of things, regardless of how talented you are.
Also, you ripping other people off too, though, and you don't know. So like, then that's where you have people down the line being like, oh, I don't fuck with that dude, and you like, why the fuck you mad at me? Oh, you never paid him. Oh, I didn't know I owed him any money, but did you pay him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean?
Yeah, that's hilarious, man.
So like, but a lot of times ignorant, because they say ignorance is not an excuse. You know what I mean? But that's where it comes from. People like you and I that have to. If I know, I gotta do my business right with the next fellow artist. So if they don't know, I can show them like, look, bro, this is what I did, and this is why you need to understand this, so you can pay it forward to the next person.
Because if you don't know, man, at least some people will tell you. Matter of fact, just like across the street, I ain't know them certain rules with certain, you know what I mean, when it come to alcohol and to-go stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, because who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought?
Walk outside with the canned beer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
but it's obviously been an issue before
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But you don't, and that's the thing, bro. Like just like life, like it's not like in high school they just like teaching you the laws. You ain't in class and they just like this is illegal, this is illegal, this is illegal. No, you wanna know how you find out shit illegal? You do it.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Or somebody
That's
else
true.
does it around you and they get in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with music, but the music industry is one of the slimiest, grimiest industries already because so many people is just like, well, it got done to me, now it's my turn to do it to somebody else because I need to get my money still. So I don't want to be one of those people. I want to try to break that cycle of artists getting over on other artists and, you know, the labels fucking us because it's a lot of people like.
And that's the only way you can really beat, like, people can really beat them labels.
And people like Nip and Gay and Dolph, Chance the Rapper, Tyler the Creator, Tay Nine. It's a lot of people who've been preaching independence.
Yeah.
You know, and for artists, you know what I mean? So it's like those people spark my brain to want to do that.
Yeah, because
you know
like long as you kind of know how you want to move and if you got the right people around you, it's ways that you can do things without you know what I mean, without a major label. Like that's why I say your brand. You know what I'm saying? Because like for instance, like you just dropped the project. Now it kind of boils down on the visuals, either the visuals for the project or the content for the project to kind of get people to be like, hey, let me go check it out. Yeah. Because like me as an artist, like only if I was doing music, how I would do things, I would do it a certain way to where they'd be like, all right, if the project name is whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'll drop a trailer for it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just give them 15 seconds of something dope. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because then it kind of like
build up.
Yeah, and that's what I preach on, like build ups and breadcrumbs, man. Like
definitely,
seriously.
Definitely. And I ain't gonna lie, this was my first time even getting a chance to do a rollout. Like this was my first like actual serious project that I had to do by myself because I used to have like a team.
Gotcha.
So I had a rollout process, but you know what it came down to for me was putting it out. You know what I mean? Like it's like a line between like doing it how you want to do it and actually getting that shit out so you can keep doing it. You know what I mean? Keep going.
That's where the 80-20 rule come in. You're like, yo, I feel like that shit 80% good. You know what I mean? As much as we love things to be 100%, that's just, you know, it sound good, but
it's just not real, bro.
I mean, it's possible to do it, but you gotta really.
And then real life is happening around you all the time. Like for me as an artist, I'm indie, you know what I'm saying? I got my own company, so I fund everything, you know, and anything I need done for me, you know, I don't believe in letting nobody work for me for free, you know what I mean? If somebody do something, you know, even if they try to do it as a gesture, I try to pay them for it, especially if they're talented at what they do, or if they work hard at it, you know what I mean? But with that being said, it costs, you know.
Hey, y'all, take notes, man. See how you just said, just somebody do something free, like, that's cool. Like people be thankful just to work with you. At the same time, man, like, you know, do something, pass it forward. Sure, if you got to, tip them. You know what I mean? Give them some gas money. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like I feel like that. I feel like they'd be thankful. You know what I mean? Me personally, somebody give me $10 on a free shoot, I'd be like, yo, look, I either got some coffee, get something to eat. I can go to Chipotle, get a burrito.
Well, sometimes it's just the gesture, like just the fact that you acknowledge it. That I'm a professional and that I'm doing this because honestly, this is what I do. This
like I ain't got. Yeah, it'd be like, yo, I ain't got to do this.
Right.
Like, yo, I ain't got to be right here.
Professional work on my free time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's what I tell people. Like, whenever I do any of my free sessions, I be like, all right, I try to give them the idea for that week. Like, that's what I'm gonna try to do that week. If they try to be like, hey, let's shoot a week and a half or 2 away, I'd be like, no, I'm trying to do it during this time because if I do it during that, I'm not gonna want to either. It's not that I'm not gonna want to do it. It's just that it's not gonna go with what I'm trying to do during that time.
The reason I'm trying to do it for you is because it's in the scheme or something else I got going.
Yeah, that we both can benefit, not just it just be one-sided. Because I you know what I mean?
There's no such thing, bro. Like good business, and that's where I'm learning now is just being a good businessman. I want to have. That's what I was just getting to. Like, I fund everything I got going on, and it's ways that my brothers is teaching me and people that I know. You know what I mean, like you, that's just, you know, my peers that been doing it, they teaching me how to get paid from this shit. But until I can, you know, bridge that gap, you know, when real life happened to me, You know what I'm saying?
It's understandable.
You know what I mean?
Life
Like,
real.
hey, yeah, I had a video budget, but you know, I had to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Brother,
'Cause
I
it's
got
real, like,
kids,
and I'm
so
not
I
ashamed to admit
understand
that. A lot of people
100%.
want to admit that on cam, like, but a nigga like me, you know, anybody who a fan of me, I think they a fan of, like, you know, a real person. You know what I mean? I'm not somebody that, you know, a label came and made. I've been FT, I made myself FT, you know what I mean? So I'm that every day. I embody that, and I want the other artists to know the type of shit that go on and let them, cause they gonna hear me say it and be like, yeah, I went through that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that make them feel better about it. Like I say, I keep going, you keep going. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
Got to.
Because it does happen. It's real. You know what I mean? Until I can get to my business together to where I can have another party, you know, helping me fund what I'm doing and getting these ideas out, it's not gonna always come out 100%. You know what I mean?
That's true. It's gonna be 80. Believe me, I understand, man. Just to kind of get things out quick, I kind of do 80% on certain things. But you know what I mean? That's life. Just for you,
And
you don't
then
never want to
it's
drop.
never really too late. Like me and you got a visual coming out for a song that I did on this project. I'm not even gonna go into it, but you know, the project already out, the song already out, people done got it, but they're gonna re-receive it in a different way when we do the visual. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, you know, when you understand your market, you understand what you're doing, you study what other artists do, you study what the people or how they
Like
receive
why
the
they're
content,
following you. Yeah.
then you know what you know what you're doing. So I wasn't scared to be like, granted, ideally I wanted to have my videos already done. And it's
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
Okay, if I don't,
It sounds
fuck
good,
it,
but
I'm
just
still-
sometimes, as
I'ma
long as you
drop,
still
you know
do
what
it,
I mean?
man. Like that's the thing. If shit don't go right, still do it. Don't just be like, all right, I'll give up
And
on the
reason
next
why
time.
is because my music timeline run everything. So it's like I have my next project already ready. I know when it's dropping.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta start that rollout at a point.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
true.
like, yeah, I'm gonna get everything I can get done for this project until it's time to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it gotta be for me. Other people's process might be different. They got different teams, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm literally making this shit happen day for day. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people that hit me up though, that's my fans or my supporters really, you know, they'll come at me and be like, bro, I see you. You know what I mean? You grinding, you really grinding. I want people to be part of that process and doing something like this, like even this talk with you, is helping people into my process. I want them to be able to know,
It's
like, this what I
cross-marketing,
put into
you know
this
what
shit.
I'm
This
saying?
how many times I had to go back to the studio and re-record this, or you know what I'm saying? This didn't work out. I had to take that song off, or I had to get this artist in for a verse. I didn't like the verse. I had to take it off. Like I want them to know that.
What song did you really, really want on the project, but that just did not make it?
Okay, I want to say one of them because it's still coming out. And the reason I end up not getting it on there, truthfully, was just because I had already recorded it. I paid to get it recorded, but the person I wanted to engineer it was a different person. You know, Trey Pound ended up engineering, hit up Detroit Chop Shop, Trey Pound. He engineered a major part of my project, and Nate Nixon. One of the songs I recorded in Texas though is called Demon Slayer. I didn't get to put it on the project because I couldn't get the files. Like I couldn't get the files in time for me to get it engineered during the session. I booked another session. I still didn't get the files. And a couple of the songs I ended up just having to re-record. So it was looking like I'd expect, you know, I'm over a band and just recording within like 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? I done came back within a 3-day period, split it over a band, recording and engineering and mixing, you know what I'm saying? And that's not even counting the songs I had already recorded, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So it came down to me not being able to put it on there just simply because I couldn't get the files. And I could have paid to get it recorded, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it just come out of its own track. One Punch Man too though. I put out One Punch Man. So One Punch Man and Demon Slayer is both animes. So I was gonna have those be kind of like twins, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like couplets on the track. I do that a lot. Like I had No Limit and 1000 Degrees interlude on there, which was like, they was both kind of paying homage to, you know, No Limit and then Cash Money. So I do that, you know, on the project. So I wanted those both songs to be on there together. One Punch Man just didn't fit the vibe to me. Like it was a little too aggressive, so I dropped it as a single beforehand. Demon Slayer, I'm gonna drop it as a single in a couple weeks. I wasn't even gonna say that, but fuck it, you know.
I mean, it's cool.
I ain't-
Just make sure whenever it drops, make sure y'all go check it out, man.
Demon Slayer coming out, and One Punch Man is out too. And both of those songs is cold, but once I drop my project, like, I ain't gonna lie, the streams on One Punch Man pretty much stopped. You know, everybody just, you know, your friends, supporters just going to the newest thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's bittersweet, because you want it on there so it can stay in rotation.
Kind of like when I put out a video and I be like, yo, I love this mug, but I put out something else. I'm like, yo, don't forget that one, y'all. Don't forget.
Because I worked on that one. I put a lot, and not only that though, the playlist though. Like if I put One Punch Man on that song, on that project, it makes the playlist a little bit longer, and it might take away from one of the other songs.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a.
Because you couldn't really put it at the
But that's
beginning
what I
or
say. You
end.
doing multiple jobs. Like I ain't a professional A&R.
Yeah.
But, you know that's my job as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, better add that to your resume.